nation! No donation, no salvation!
And remember, respect is everything.
Hey guys, we're back. Today we're going to look at more Seekers, because I can't get enough of these guys. And today we're going to look at the cone heads. So this is Ramjet, Dirge, and Thrust. I hope I got that right. I'll be honest, when you're not Starscream, Thundercracker, or Skywarp, it's kind of hard to know who's who anymore. But anyway, hopefully I got that right. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge expert on these guys. But anyway, yeah, so here are the cone heads in their jet modes. I'm going to be straight up. I did the best I could with the materials at hand. But ultimately, this was the best I could do for these guys. And I've never been very unsatisfied with builds before, but I mean, at the end of the day, there was only so much I could do. And because here's the thing, it's not that I can't design better figures, it's just I go for a very specific style, which is kind of a mix between anime and G1 and a little bit of, I don't know. I just kind of do my own thing, and because of the style that I like to go for, I mean, it has its limitations and such. Because I could just be like everyone else and try to make these overly complicated figures, but then they would just fall apart and be like little messes of bricks everywhere. And it's like, no, I want something that's at least stable, you know? At least for me anyway. But to each is their own. But enough of the rambling. Let's get to transformation. Alright, we're going to start with, my favorite. Let's start with Dirge. So these all have the same transformation, unfortunately. So, rotate that, and rotate that around, stand him up, and split the legs. And then we're going to rotate his arms out. Actually, let's pull him out like this first, and then rotate him out. And rotate down, and then rotate out. And there's Dirge. And I may have went overkill with the cones. Actually, I think I did. Well, too late. I'm not changing it. Whatever. We'll just say they're, what were those guys from that one movie where they had the stupidly pointy heads, and I don't remember. I don't know, what I was trying to reference there. Oh, well, whatever. Let's get to, what's-his-face over here. Here's Thrust. Split the legs. Rotate. And rotate his arms out. Now, obviously, if this were an animation or something like that, obviously all these would extend out and their hands would fold out and all that stuff, but again, these are just, the figures are more of a visual representation of what they would look like in my story rather than a definitive, like, thing, if that makes any sense. So basically, their whole midsection would rotate and then everything else would extend out. But obviously, again, the figures are more just for a basic visual. They're not meant to be the be-all, end-all when it comes to my story. So there's Thrust. Now, let's get to Ramjet, who's kind of he's my second favorite because I like his bright colors. But yeah, he's got a lot of accents too, which I think is kind of cool. Let's center the camera a bit. Let's go ahead and this one you have to actually extend his legs out from the waist piece. Oop, go ahead and split them. It doesn't matter. All right, and then rotate his arms out. His hands, or not hands, but like his forearms feel a bit scrawny, but I don't know. It makes him look different, I guess. Gives it character. That's the excuse of the day. And then rotate his head out, and yeah. Again, I didn't want to use that flat piece for the face because it looks really flat, but I couldn't find any alternative. So yeah, there's that. So let's go ahead and stand him next to his pals. And robot mode wise, I love these guys. They're great. I mean, his cone's a little excessive, but I mean, best I could do given the circumstances. Because the thing is, here's the thing, it's not necessarily the, my engineering skills' fault, even though I'm not really that, advanced when it comes to this sort of stuff. It's mostly due to the fact that because their heads are the cockpits, it eliminates a lot of the difficulties that would have come with making them properly transform. So because they have the big heads and their heads are the cockpits, it pretty much made things a lot easier than they should have been. But regardless, I like my figures. I'm not upset about it to a massive degree. I'm okay with it. And they all look very different in their own way, and I kind of like that. He might be a little too tall, though, but I can easily fix that. Just lower his waist and then just put his legs down like that. There we go. Now he looks coherent. But, yeah. So, yeah, it's a relatively short video, but, again, there's really not much else to talk about. I mean, you've seen the figures. You know what to expect from me. That's pretty much about it. Y'all have a good one.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!